Good evening, guys. So, I believe your previous session is C. Please answer in the chat window. So, this session will talk about logical coding. We'll discuss logical coding by using Java programming. Guys, please let me know that you can able to hear my voice clearly. Please use the chat window. Please use the chat window. Let me know that can you able to hear my voice clearly. So, good evening, guys. So, first of all, please mute yourself during the entire session. Okay, please don't disturb anyone. Please don't unmute yourself. Okay, if you have anything to inform, please use the chat window. Please, you can inform in the chat window. Now, the next point here it is. Please join on time. Okay, please join on time from the next session, and the attendance is compulsory. Okay, everyone needs to attend this session. Okay, it is must and should, you need to attend compulsory. Now, what about myself? Who am I? So myself, I'm Vijay Kumar. I'm a Java developer and trainer. And for your batch, okay, and for your batch, what is the content we are going to discuss? What is the course content for your batch? What you will learn in this course? So basically, you are learning to build the logic. Basically, you are learning to build the logic by using Java programming. By using Java programming. What are all the content that are covered? So basically, number system, basically number system, then arrays, logical coding, then printing patterns. Okay, printing patterns. You'll come to know how you can able to print the patterns in different ways. So these are all the very important things in case of interview point of view. You need to learn to build the logic on your own. You need to learn to build the logic for any particular problem. You need to think logically. You need to increase your logical thinking capacity. Okay. Now, prerequisites. What are the prerequisites? So you should know the basics of programming. Okay. You should know any one programming language. The basics. Okay. The basics of any programming language. And you need a lot of
Sir, can you
thinking.
increase your volume?
Sure, sure. So, is it audible now? Any issues?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Okay. Now, you need a lot of patience in case of programming itself. Okay. In case of programming itself, you need a lot of patience. And don't, don't try to be overwhelmed, or don't try to be don't get disappointed if you're not finding out the logic. Okay. So, basically, you need to think how I can able to build a logic for a particular problem. You need to think on that way and don't give up. So a little note here for the problems I discuss. Okay, before the solution, before we get on to the solution, I'll be giving you some time. Okay, some time to think the logic by yourself. You need to think the logic by yourself. And what you can do is get a pencil and paper. Okay, get a pencil and paper and you can write down the logic. Okay, just think about the problem and you can write your own logic. Okay, you need to think and write your own logic. So don't use the internet or any other resources. It is for your own good. Okay, you are trying to increase your thinking capacity, your logical thinking capacity. So try to avoid, please do not use any of the internet resources for the answers. Now I'll be giving you some time, and after that, based on your response, okay, you can message the answer in the chat window. And anyway, after that, we will discuss the solution step by step. Okay, we'll discuss the solution by building the logic. So thanks everyone. We'll start with the programs now. So I believe that you know how to compile and run a simple Java program. Is that right? Please communicate in the chat window. Please communicate in the chat window. You can able to perform. You can able to compile and run a simple Java program. Is that right or wrong? See, am I audible now? Any issues? Any issues, guys? Please answer. Am I audible to everyone? Okay, basically, I believe that you know how to compile and run a Java program by using a simple editor. Okay, not IDEs, basic simple editor like Notepad or Edit Plus, like that. Now I'll be using IDE, okay, to make the development easier. I'll be using IDE. Okay, anyway, we are discussing on the logics mainly. I'll be using Eclipse IDE. So please let me know that you can able to see the IDE. So guys, everybody can able to see the IDE. Please wait for 2 seconds. Now it is sharing. Now the screen is sharing Eclipse window. Guys, can you able to see the Eclipse window IDE, integrated development environment? Okay, fine. Now, basically, what I want to do first of all, I need to evaluate your skills. I need to evaluate the thinking capacity, the logic thinking ability in case of logical coding. Now, I'll be creating a new project here. Click on file. How we can you can able to create a new project in case of Eclipse. Click on file, highlight new, select Java project. Once again, click on file, highlight new, select Java project. The project name is skills evaluation, skills evaluation H2. You can just hit the finish button. Nothing else. You can just hit the finish button. So our project is created. Expand this node, project node, skills evaluation batch 2. Expand this node, and we have this src source folder. This is where all our .java files will be stored. Source files will be stored in this folder, source folder, src folder. Under the project, we have src folder. Now, right click on this src and highlight new, select package. We need to create a package. Okay, so we cannot it is not recommended that we keep the source files inside the src. Instead, we should keep the files inside the package. Okay, we need to create a package first. Right click on src, highlight new, select the package, and the package name is test. And always remember that it is starting with the lowercase. The first letter is starting with the lowercase. Click on finish. Now in this package, we need to create our Java files. Right click on this package, highlight new, select class. Once again, right click on this package test, highlight new, select class. If you are facing any problem, please let me know in the chat box. So the name of the class is A. And what about the modifiers? Okay, please don't worry about the modifiers. Okay, you can give any of the highlighted, any of the available modifier. I'll be giving just the package modifier. Don't worry about this. Now we need to have the main method. Okay, if you want to run the program, Java program, you should be having the main method. So click on this checkbox that will be including the main method in our program. Hit the finish, hit the finish. Now To maximize this window, you can double click on this tab. A.java is there, so you can just double click on that. Remove the automatically generated comment here. Okay, so very basically I want to find out that the basic logic. Can you able to write the logic for the basic problem? So what is the problem? That is to find out whether the number is even or odd. To find out whether the integer number is even or odd. That is the problem we have. Find out whether the integer number is even or odd. So grab a pencil and paper, write down the logic, and send it via chat box. Guys, please make your own logic, write your own logic. Okay, so what is the problem here? I want to find out whether the given number, whether the integer number is even or odd. So you don't want to write the entire program. Okay, you don't want to write the entire program. Instead, I just want the logic. Okay, mainly I just want the logic. Just you can send the logic, that is enough. You can just send the logic, that is enough. So guys, you need to start thinking. Okay, you need to start thinking on your own. So um, so many people are sending the solution. Good, please think. I want to find out whether the integer number is even or odd. Now observe guys, I'm declaring one int variable, int num is equal to 10, int num is equal to 10. Now I'm giving the semicolon. Now what is the thing that is in this statement? I have declared one int variable. Okay, I have named it as num. This is the variable int num. I'm supplying the 10. This is the declaration part, and it is the initialization. Declaring one int variable and initializing that variable with the number 10. Okay, is equal to operator. It is initializing. So we are supplying 10 to num. Now I believe that you know about the if condition. Okay, if condition. So what about if condition? Please tell me about if condition. What is the use of if condition? How we can able to make use of the if condition? How it works? If something is true, it will be executing that statement. It will be entering that block, and it will execute the code, whatever the code that is present inside that if condition. Otherwise, if the if condition returning false, otherwise if the if condition is returning false, it will come to the else block, right? It will come to the else block and it will execute the statement. What are the statement that we keep inside the else block? Okay, that is the case in case of if block. So how can I make use of if block for our program to find out the number is even or odd? if num mod 2 double equals to 0. Observe what is going on in this case. If condition and num is the variable, num contains 10, num contains 10. This is the mod operator, okay? Don't confuse it with the division operator. It is the mod operator, not division operator. Instead, it is modulus, mod operator. Modulus or mod operator. So what it returns? It returns the remainder, okay? After division, it returns the remainder, not the quotient. It will returns the remainder, not the quotient. Num mod 2. If num mod 2 resulting in 0, if num mod 2 resulting in 0, enter the block. Enter the block. Now what is the code we have in the inside the if block? Okay. Now before that, how can I able to print something onto the console or terminal or command prompt? Anything you can say. How we can able to print something onto the command prompt? So that is by using system.out.println statement. In case of C, you'll be using printf to print something onto the console, right? So likewise, we'll be using system.out.println in case of Java. Now the syntax is system.out.println. Println in the double quote, okay, string. What I'm trying to print here, basically string, the number after that string concatenate with the num. Num is 10. Okay. Here 10 will be printed after the number. The number after this statement, after this text, num. What is the num value? That is 10. 10 will be printed here. And observe carefully that how I'm modifying, how I'm formatting this print statement. Num plus is is even. Okay, is even, is even, semicolon. And please carefully observe that in Java every statement should end with a semicolon. In Java every statement should end with a semicolon. If the condition returns true, it will enter this if block, and whatever the statement we have kept inside this if block, that will be executing. In this case, we have kept that the number and plus number, that is 10, is even. If and only if returns true, okay, when it will become true, when it will become true. So if the result is producing the 0, okay, here the expression becomes both the operands, okay, this is the operator, and the resulting, it will be returning one operand, okay, this expression will be resulting one operand, one value, okay. So if 10 mod 2, okay, becomes 0, 10 mod 2 becomes 0, okay, if that matches with the 0, okay, so observe the difference here. It is not equal to, instead it is double equal to. Instead it is double equal to. So it is comparing two values, okay, it is comparing two operands. This is the operand and this is the operand. This is the operator, double equals operator. If this becomes true, then only it will enter this block and then it will execute. Now if in case if it returns false, that is where else block will come into the picture. Else, and only if the number is even, then it will execute the if block. Otherwise, it will come to the else block. If it is odd number, if it is odd number, it will come to the else block. Now, just type SYSO and press control space. You'll get the entire print statement. Now, here what we are trying to print, the number plus num is odd. Observe how am I trying to format the statement here. Okay, I'm giving the space for better readability. I'm giving the space. Okay, I don't want to print immediately after this text the number 10. Okay, I just want one space here. That is why I'm giving the space. Formatting. Now remove unnecessary white spaces here. And in case of Java, you can give white spaces, any number of white spaces, it doesn't matter. Okay, in case of Java, it is valid. But for better readability, you can format as per your requirement. So this is the simple logic to find out whether the given integer number is even or odd. Now at line number 8, I'm hard coding. Okay, I'm supplying the value directly. Okay, I'm not trying to get the input from the user. Okay, I'm hard coding, that is directly I'm sending 10. Okay, directly I'm sending 10. Now whether 10 is even number or odd number, we know that if the number is, if any number is divisible by 2, okay, that is what we are calling even number. Okay, so we don't get any reminders, right? So if a number is divisible by 2, okay, and that will be resulting 0. Okay, 0 as a reminder, and here we are comparing it with the 0. Now both the operands are same, and it will returns true for this if condition, and it will be printing this statement: the number 10 is even. The number 10 is even. Okay, now please observe carefully here. It is the concatenation. Okay, what I'm trying to do here in this case, plus operator, by using the plus operator, I'm trying to concatenate the string and the number. Number, it will be directly printed. Whatever the content that is stored inside this num variable, that will be printed directly. Okay, it is not a string, it is the variable itself I'm trying to print. Inside that variable we have the number 10, integer number 10. Okay, the number 10 is even. Otherwise we'll get the output as the number 10 is odd. Try to run this program. How you can able to run this program? Right click anywhere, run as Java application. Right click anywhere, highlight run as Java application. So what is the result we are getting? So before running, okay, you need to remember that you need to save the file. Okay, that is why it is asking me to save. Click on OK, then it will be running. So the number 10 is even. Now I'll give some odd number. Let's say 3. Right click, run as Java application. So we are getting the result as the number 3 is odd, right? So it is the very simple program. And please let me know that you guys understood this program. Leave a message in the chat box, please. Understood this program? I have explained it step by step. Have you understood this program so that we can move on to the next program, next problem? Now the same program, okay, the same program, I need to get the input from the user. I need to get the input from the user. How we can able to build the logic? How we can able to build the logic? So they somebody already sent me the program, the entire program, okay, and please try to means please do not copy it from any of the resource. Please try to think on your own, okay. So in this case, what I'm trying to do here it is, I'm trying to get the input from the user. Okay, based on that input, we can able to perform the operation. Right click on this test. It is the package. Okay. Right click on this test package. That is where we are keeping all our Java files. Highlight new, select class. The name of the class is B. So package level access specifier, and please don't worry about this. We need public static void main. But in this case, what I'll do is I'll just copy the code from the previous program. I just want to modify the program. Okay, I just want to include the input function. Okay, so just hit the finish button. Copy the main method here. Copy the main method. Come to the B. Just paste it. You can double click on this tab to maximize this window. Now observe scanner. Scanner SC is equal to new scanner system.in system.in. Why I'm getting the error? It is because I need to import this class from the particular package in the library. So scanner is one of the class available in the Java language. I need to import. Okay, what is the use of this scanner class? Okay, I can able to get the input from the user. I can able to get the input from the user. Just you can just take the cursor over this scanner wherever the red marks are coming. Now you'll get the suggestion from the Eclipse. Import scanner class from the java.util package. Okay, it is where our Java class is available. Click on that. Now the error marks are gone. Now scanner SC is the variable. SC is the variable. We can give any of the reference variable, not only SC. We can give any of the reference variable. Now scanner is the class and scanner SC totally it is the reference variable. By using the scanner class, I'm trying to create a reference variable. It is the reference variable creation part and it is the object creation part. I'm creating the object by using the new operator. It is the scanner class and I'm passing system.in. It is the syntax. Okay, it is the syntax to um, get the not completely, it is the how we can able to create our scanner object. Okay, it is how we can able to create our scanner object in this statement. Next thing here it is, I'm trying to ask the user to input a number. Okay, to enter a number. Just type SYSO, press Control Spacebar. You'll get the entire statement here. And what you can do is, within the double quote, type the text that we require. Enter a number. Enter a number. I'm giving one space here. The next line, I'm, so I have already created one variable, int num. It is of type integer. Okay, observe carefully. It is of type integer. Num variable. It is of type integer. Okay, instead of hard coding, I need to get the input from the user. Okay, we have already created the scanner class object by using the reference. Okay, using the reference, I'm calling the method that is available inside the scanner class. So that is next int. Okay, we are trying to accept the int value. Okay, that is why I'm trying to use this method called next int and keep the semicolon. Save it and try to execute. Right click, run as Java application, enter a number. See, cursor is blinking at the beginning itself. So you can directly go on to enter a number here. Okay, I'll just say 10 here. Okay, observe, you can see that it is accepting in the next line. So 10. After entering 10, just press enter. So we are getting the result, that is the number 10 is even, right? The number 10 is even. Now once again run as Java application. So there is another way to run this Java application. You can just click on this icon, blue icon is there, play symbol at the top of your Eclipse window. You can just click on that play symbol. So now you can able to enter. So 3, I'm entering 3, press enter. The number 3 is odd. So what the next int basically is doing, it is returning the next int. That's it. Okay, it is returning the next int. So in this case, whatever the integer value we are supplying, that is supplied to num. Okay, then the operation is performing. So this is how we can able to get the input from the user. So please tell me that you understood this program. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to know your logical thinking capacity. These are very basics, guys. These are the very basics of logical coding. Please reply. Please reply in the chat window. Please leave a message in the chat window whether you understood this program or not. Yeah, thanks. If you have any doubt, please inform in the chat box. Okay, it can be anything. If you have any issues, please mention in the chat window. So next, so I want to find out the next what is the next problem we are going to discuss. Okay, I want to find out whether the given number is prime or not. Okay, whether the given number is prime or not. See here, some people are noticing that this symbol, okay, it is the warning symbol. Okay, so it is the resource that we are using. Okay, it is the resource that we are using, and we are not closing, and you can just ignore. Okay, you can just ignore this warning. It is not a error. It is warning. Just the warning. Okay. Now right click on this test package. Select new. Highlight new. Then select class. The name of the class is C, and I want public static void main. Okay, without main method I cannot able to execute our Java program. Hit the finish button. So remove this automatically generated comments here. Now I want to print whether the given number is prime or not. Find out the given number. Find out the number is prime prime number or not. Prime number or not. Simple. This is the comment. Okay. Particularly it is the multi-line comment. Okay, so we can extend this comment to multiple lines. That is what in the case of multiple line comments. So since we have only one line of comment, we can just say double slash. It is the single line comment, and it is not affecting our program flow. It is just for our information purpose. So basically, please let me know that what is the meaning of whether the number is prime or not. What is the meaning when we say that the number is prime, and when we say that the number is not prime? What is the concept? So please use the chat box. So what is the prime number? What is the case? What is the prime number? Basic. These are all the basics. See, if you know anything, okay, you can just um, you can just inform anything you know about that concept. Please communicate anything you can know, anything you know, you can just send it. Yeah, I got message. Divisible by itself and 1. Yeah, divisible by itself and 1. So what is the case when we say that a number is prime? So so prime numbers are whole numbers, right? Prime numbers are whole numbers. It's not fraction numbers, right? Whole numbers. Those are the whole numbers. So greater than 1. Prime numbers are the whole numbers greater than 1. Greater than 1. Second point, second point, prime numbers has or have only two factors. Two factors. That is divisible by 1, divisible by only 1. Okay. Divisible by only 1, and the number itself. Divisible by only the number 1 and itself. And the number itself. Two factors we can consider that we say that the number is prime whenever it is divisible by 1 and the number itself, divisible by 1 and by the number itself. Another point here, prime number should be greater than 1. Okay, prime number should be greater than 1, greater than 1, right? And we don't consider 1 as the prime number, right? We don't consider 1 as the prime number. Now, what are all the examples for this prime number? What are all the examples for this prime number? We can consider 2 and 3 are prime numbers. 2 and 3 are prime numbers. Okay, prime numbers. Plus, has only two factors. It has only two factors. Two factors. So that is divisible by the number 1 and number itself. Okay, divisible by the number 1 and by the number itself, whether it can be 2 or 3. Okay, it can able to divisible by 1 and it can be divisible by the number itself. No other divisors are available. We have only two factors, that is divisible by the number 1, or sorry, divisible by the number 1 and self. Both would be fine. Okay, two factors. So apart from these two factors, we should not have any other divisors. Okay, apart from these two factors, that is dividing by the number 1 and by the number itself. Okay, these are the two factors. Now I'll just take another number, 4, whether 4 is prime or not. So 4 is not a prime number because it has not only two, it has three factors. Okay, it has three factors. 4 is not considered as a prime number. Okay, 4 is not a prime number because it has three factors. What are the factors? that is 1 and 2 and 4, right? So that is why we cannot able to consider 4 as the prime number. It can only be divisible by 1 and by the number itself. Then only we call it as the prime number. And we cannot call 1 as the prime number. The number should be greater than 1. And what are all the prime numbers we have? From 1 to 100. 1 to 100. List of prime numbers from 1 to 100. Anyways, 1 is not a prime number. What are all the prime numbers from 1 to 100? So these are the numbers that is within the range of 1 to 100. 1 to 100. Okay, these are the numbers we can able to consider it as the prime numbers. These many numbers we have prime numbers in the range of 1 to 100. Okay, we know that what is a prime number, and I want to find out whether the given number is prime number or not in the by building the logic. Okay, in the programming, I want to build the logic for this. Create a variable int num. Okay, int num is equal to 10. Declaration and initialization, int num is equal to 10. Okay, these are the very basics of programming. Int num is equal to 10. I'm initializing 10 to num variable, and num is of type int data type. Now I'm creating another data type, boolean is prime, is prime, equal to, I'm supplying true. In case of boolean, it can only have two values. It can only accept two values. Either it can be true or it can be false. Either it can be true or it can be false. Now, boolean is the data type and is prime is the variable name, and is equal to is the operator, assignment operator. Okay, is equal to is the assignment operator, and I'm supplying true initially. Okay, I'm setting the is prime variable as true initially. Okay, later in the logic, based on the logic, it will change. Basically, I'm supplying true. Okay, so I assume that you know about the for loop. You know how to use the for loop. Okay, basic of for loop. So we can able to use the for loop for iteration purpose, for iterating purpose. So what we have seen in the previous program, if condition, that is the condition. Okay, for um, uh, to uh, to get the result in the form of boolean, true or false, if condition, that is the condition. Now by using loops, okay, it is the for loop, and by using for loop we can able to perform iterations for int j. Okay, you can give anything. Okay, here it is the variable name, I'm giving it as j. It is the data type int j is equal to 2. Int j is equal to 2. Int j is equal to 2. And please observe that I'm declaring this inside the for loop. Okay, I'm not declaring it, it is in the outside the for loop. Okay, so if I declare this int inside the for loop, I can only use within the for loop context only. But if in case if I declare here like this int j, I can use anywhere in the program. Okay. Anywhere in the entire program. But in this case, I just want the j within the for loop context. Okay. So that is why I'm declaring inside the for loop only int j is equal to 2 and j less than or equal to, observe the logic carefully, num minus 1, num minus 1 semicolon j plus plus, j plus plus. Here for loop we have three parts. First one is the initialization. First one is the initialization. It will be executing only once. It will be executing only once, right? So then we have the condition, right? Then we have the condition. Then we have the increment or decrement section. Three sections in the for loop. Initialization, checking, then increment or decrement. In this case, we are incrementing. Basics. Now, if condition, okay? If condition num mod j, if it is resulting in 0, num mod j, if it is resulting in 0, that means the expression is resulting true. If the expression is resulting true, okay, that is why we are checking, right? Double, by using double equals operator, we are checking the two operands. If the result is true, if this expression results true, go inside this if block and reinitialize the is prime to false. Is prime to false, right? So what is the logic here? Int j is equal to 2. Initially I'm setting the j value to 2. Okay, from 2 onwards needs to start the iteration. From 2 onwards it needs to start the iteration. Till what? Till less than or equal to num minus 1. Num is 9, sorry, num is 10, num is 10, 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, till that number we are iterating. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, till 9 we are iterating. Now for the first iteration, what happens? For the first iteration, what happens? It will come to this if block and 10 mod 2. 10 mod 2 resulting 0, right? So divisible is available, right? 2 is the divisible. So 10 mod 10 mod 2 remainder is 0, right? So that is what the expression. So remainder is 0, right? Remainder we are getting the 0, and 0 whether is equal to 0. Yes, of course 0 is equal to 0. That is what we are checking. So it will enter this if block body, then is prime will become false. Is prime will become false. Okay, earlier it was true, now it is reinitializing with false. Reinitializing with false, right? So the divisor is available, divisible number is available, right, other than 1 and 10 itself. Okay, there is another divisor divisor is available. I want to print the message at last. Okay, I want to print the message at last. I'm keeping the system.out.println statement whether the num is prime or not, prime or not. Then what I'll do is concatenate with the is prime is prime. So is prime will include only two values, right? That is Boolean value, true or false. Either it can be true or it can be false based on the logic that is performed. Okay, either it can be true or it can be false. Now remove all the white spaces, unnecessary white spaces. In case of Java, you can give as much as white spaces according to your requirement, but you should be able to read the code. Okay, you should be able to read it properly. That is why we are using the white space for better readability. White spaces. Now right click anywhere, run as Java application. So whether the 10 is prime or not. False. No, 10 is not a prime number. Whether the number 10 is prime or not. No, it is not a prime number. Let me check with another number. Let's say 4. 4 is also not a prime number. Run as Java application. So are we getting the false? Yes, we are getting the false. So whatever it is stored inside the is prime. Okay, whatever it is stored inside the is prime. Now I want to take the input from the user. Okay, I want to take the input from the user for the same program. How can you able to do that? I want to take the input from the user. We have done it before only, right? We have done it before only by using the scanner class. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Now I need to import that scanner class from the package java.util. Now I'll ask the user to enter a number, system.out.println, enter a number, enter a number, giving the space. Don't forget to include the semicolon after the statement. So instead of hard coding, what I'll say is sc, whatever the object we have created, from the object we have created, we get the reference. Okay, by using that reference, sc dot next int. So we are trying to read the next integer number. Okay, we are trying to read the next integer number. Save it. Before running, you need to save. Right click, run as Java application. So enter a number. So I'll enter 97, whether this number is prime or not. Yes, of course, 97 is prime number. That is why we are getting the true as the result. Whether the number, we can give the space here. Observe here, this is why formatting is required. This is why white spaces are required. Okay, the number, I'm giving the space. Okay, then try to run it again. After you make any changes, you need to save it. Enter a number, any number like 29, whether the number 29 is prime or not. True, it is a prime number. Now observe carefully. I want to reduce the um, like execution. Okay, I want to reduce the number of iteration it is performed by the for loop. I want to reduce the number of iterations performed by the for loop. Okay, what I can do, see, um, let's say I'll just hard code for now. Okay, I'll just hard code for now. So simply I'm giving 10. Okay, simply I'm giving 10. Now I'll make some changes to our logic. Okay, I'll make some changes to our logic. Instead of num minus 10, please observe num divided by 2. What I'm trying to do here, it is what I'm trying to do here. See, basically num value is 10. Basically num value is 10. Now num divided by 2. Okay, it is 5. So the quotient it is returning, right? Quotient value. Num divided by 2, it is 5. Now, of course, it is common sense that after 5, okay, we don't get any of the divisor for 10, right? Up to 5 only we can get. Up to 5 only we can get, not after 5. So we can able to reduce the number of iterations that is performed by the for loop. So basically we are trying to reduce the time complexity, right? Right? The time, we are trying to reduce the time to execute. So it is a good thing, right? So basically we are considering the numbers from 2 to 5. Okay, 2 to 5. So it will only execute, it will only iterate 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, only execute 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6, 7, 8, 9. We have skipped those iterations, right? So we can able to reduce the time to execute this program, and time complexity it is increasing. Means the time complexity means the time taken to execute a program. Okay, so we are reducing the time complexity here. Okay, means we are trying to reduce the execution time. Okay, we are trying to reduce the execution time here. Now we get the same output. Okay, there is no changes, we get the same output. You can run it, run as Java application. See, before running, you need to save the file. Otherwise, you'll get this window to save the particular file. Okay, before you run the file, whatever the changes you have made, you need to save those changes. So we are getting the result whether the number 10 is prime or not. We are getting false. Okay, the only thing we have done, it is we have reduced the iterations that is performed by the for loop. Okay, so obviously we know that from 6 onwards we don't have any divisor for 10. In that way we can able to reduce the execution time. So please tell me that you have understood this program. Okay, these are the very basics of logical coding, and please let me know in the comment box you have understood the program. Guys, please don't leave. Please don't leave. See, at the end, I'll be sending you one link. You need to go through that link and you need to fill the form. It is mandatory, it is compulsory. Please wait. Please don't leave. And from the next session, it is the attendance, it is compulsory. Okay, for this program, you have any doubts, please let me know so that I can send you the link and you can able to fill the form. Guys, please let me know in the chat box. Have you understood this program? Sure. Thanks for your input. Now, these are the very basics, okay, in case of logical coding. So I was just checking about your logical thinking capacity, and few of you are responding. Actually, few of you are responding with the logic. Okay, only few are responding with the logic, and the rest of the guys, please try to grab a pencil and paper and write your own logic. Okay, try to think and write the logic. It is very important. So now I'll be sending you the link. Okay, everyone must fill that form. Okay, it is mandatory. Please go through this link and fill the form. It is mandatory. Please everybody click on this link. Please everybody click on this given link. So if you are finished, you can leave the session. Okay, you can leave the meeting. Okay guys, thanks for your time. We'll see in the next session. Thanks everyone. Please fill the form. Don't forget. Please fill the form. If you already done it, please you can leave the session. You can leave the meeting.
Sir, can you please resend the form? My network got disconnected.
Please fill the form, guys.